Oh, you're lying. Shut up. Is that like leaked or something? No. Nice! 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 Oh my god, see, I said that! This is what I said! I don't want to learn Thor! Because what's gonna happen is they're gonna change some like that. Nice! Let's fucking go! Finally something! Oh my gosh, man. Thor got a quality of life update. A quality of life. He got saved! He got saved! Quality of life. Yo, how's it going? We are fresh off my stream here talking about the brand new Thor buffs, allowing Thor to now cancel Awakening. It's real, it's gonna be happening, and now that we have some clarity about how it's gonna be working as well, I wanted to make this full video and this kind of return video on Thor. Already coming into season 2.5, we had a lot of changes with the character, with practically his entire playstyle being manipulated and tweaked. I'd say manipulated because, in my opinion, it was changed for reasons that a lot of players that are new to the game and new to the character needed, but for us, players that actually sat down and played him for a little bit, yeah, we didn't need that change at all. But right off the bat, before I even go into anything as well, we're gonna look at how this change actually works. So how Thor works right now, when you leave Awakening, you have a Thor Force replenished because 5 seconds has gone by, and then you also have a chance to refund yourself one more Thor Force because your hammer is glowing. How this new change is going to work though, as you can see, Thor enters Awakening, exits Awakening, and he's immediately replenished one Thor Force, and his hammer is also glowing. What? So that means you can do stuff like this then, where you can fly over to a Hela, bop her on the nose, Awakening, you kill her, cancel Awakening, jump away, and then Storm Surge while you're jumping away. That's all everyone ever wanted in Season 0, was just to be able to jump in, do 1,000,000 damage with Awakening, cancel it, and jump out. And then a lot of us found our calling around that, right? The calling around that was, okay, we can't jump in and pop Awakening to burn the big cooldowns, right? You can't burn lamps by just walking over to an opponent and smacking them in the head with a hammer, but you can burn lamps by maybe popping your hammer throw back in the day, right? It was 75 damage plus your primary attack was 40 damage, or 45 to make it 110. And then if you were to do one more primary attack, it would be like 160 damage. So overall, someone taking 160 damage back in the day, it was able, you're able to burn someone's lamps, someone's cloak and dagger bubble, the clap from Luna Snow. All I'm trying to say was back in the day, with the old character, you had a way to jump in, burn an ability, and then jump out. That was your way of playing rock, paper, scissors. You could actually have a counterplay to this. But when they removed that, essentially all you could do is Awakening, but now you have no other way to burn their ability. And if they turn on you, you're screwed. You were forced to just jump on the Hela, pop the Awakening, and fight her, but if she decided to kite back, you were just completely screwed. Now though, the alternative is jumping in, bopping her on the head, popping the Awakening, they burn their lamps, you cancel your Awakening, jump out, and hammer throw will be back up in 5 seconds. Their lamps are going to be down for like 25 seconds still. The cloak bubble is going to be down for 12 seconds still. All these abilities have way higher cooldown timer than Thor. So if you're utilizing and maximizing all of your tempo and all of your downtime, then yeah, this change is insane. This change actually gives them not more creativity in a sense, because we had a ton of creativity back in the day, but it gives the Thor that they wanted more creativity. It's still really funny as well. It's incredibly funny to see how NetEase intended Thor to be. They wanted Thor to be this character who runs forward, bops everybody down on the head. So as you can see from the original video they intended for Thor, they wanted you to run in on Groot, pop your Awakening, walk forward, bop him on the head again because he's not getting healed, and then pop the Awakening again and run forward. That's not even what this is improving though. Like, this is not improving that. Obviously, this does help out a lot because if you are in the front line, say you get turned on a little bit too fast, okay, boom, cancel the Awakening, and then immediately jump out because, again, you don't have to hit anybody in the head, you just get it refunded. That's insanity. That's really, really, really good. The amount of times that you can't fight a Bucky Barnes here because he has his hook available, and then you're just in Awakening, and if you challenge him at all, you're just screwed. Now, if he hooks you in, you just cancel the Awakening and jump out. Okay, like, it gives you any counterplay. Same thing with Wolverine. You're stuck in Awakening, he grabs you, just cancel the Awakening while you're in midair, and you can just jump out afterwards. You are offered so many more opportunities now, just going down the list and looking at it. Like, going down the list, if you ever have a situation where, okay, you pop the Awakening too early, Hela jumps away, just cancel the Awakening and jump on top of her now. You're literally refunded a free Thor Force to follow somebody. Like, that's crazy. Without even having to wait the extra time. I was under the impression that the Awakening would come down, you'd cancel it right here, and now you'd still only have like 3 out of 5. But no, you are refunded an entire Thor Force plus the option to hit somebody on the head to give yourself another Thor Force. This is giving Thor so much more room to breathe, it's not even funny. Just every single character you can look at here. Punisher ulti, you're stuck on Awakening, cancel it, jump out. Storm ulti, stuck on Awakening, cancel it, jump out. Hawkeye, same thing. He jumps away, cancel him, or cancel your Awakening, follow him. Black Panther, he's jumping around, he got too far, cancel Awakening, follow him. Magic, Moon Knight, Squirrel Girl, any character with a jump. I do think the aerial characters to this day, you're still not the best against. There's no tank that's going to be good against that until they add a flying tank, or you just play Emma Frost because of her laser that goes like, what, 17 meters? She's definitely the best. I can pressure the flyers whenever you have 100% laser. Just pressure them the entire time, but Thor still is not this incredibly good pressuring flying tank. Just because you have more uptime in your Awakening does not make him crazy for handling these flying characters. However, it still gives you more of a chance than Penny Parker. It still gives you more of a chance than the Thing. Yeah, so without being able to play it, it definitely is hard to just give a big consensus here. There's no guide or anything right here. But I will say, the best way to play the new character now, find the angles. Play aggressively. Make it so the enemy team feels like they have no downtime ever. That's what you're going to be able to do now. So make it so they can't breathe. Constantly pressure them like a Captain America would. I think this new Thor can definitely be where he was before in season 1. I think against Emma Frost and all them, it's going to feel a lot more comfortable. You're still going to get hooked in, but at least you can escape afterwards. At least you can jump out. Again, he's still a brawler. He's still that guy that you pick whenever you want to handle a Hulk, whenever you want to dive a backline, whenever you want to just, but he's not homeless at least. He at least feels like he has a home now. At least the change they made makes sense now. So yeah, I mean, quickly, the best matchups for Thor, the best matchups in general, I feel like are going to be Hulk. They're going to be like Captain America. They're going to be like Venom. They're going to be like Groot, just knocking people around. The Thing. Emma Frost, Strange, and Mag are still going to be very scary because they hold up shields and they just put enough pressure down for the enemy team. They can just walk forward constantly. They're always going to be 100% needed characters, but if you can find those angles before your team gets owned, you're going to have a lot more uptime to be able to own. Biggest reason on why I wasn't too keen to play the character, it wasn't even about fun, wasn't even about, you know, playing the character in general, it wasn't about the people bitching at me. I didn't want the character to get changed, and then I'm stuck relearning a character just for him to get changed again to relearn it. Overall, my biggest opinion about this new character change before the Awakening change happened is you had to unlearn what you already knew about Thor to relearn him. NetEase essentially just simplified the character. They wanted him to be way more self-explanatory and way easier to pick up. And by doing that, they changed how a lot of us players succeeded to get to the high-end leaderboards. They changed that brawling playstyle. As I explained earlier, the biggest and best way us Thor players were able to like bait out cooldowns before was jumping in and popping the hammer throw and 2 melee attacks, because that resulted in like 160 damage. 160 out of nowhere damage was enough to surprise the support into like getting scared enough to, you know, use their shift, their lamp ability, or cloak and dagger bubble. That's enough to be able to burn a cooldown. But now we weren't able to do that. And I still thought that Thor could have pressure, but it's just different. It's just a different playstyle. I didn't want to have to learn this different playstyle of, okay, I'm gonna sit back and spam Awakening harder by pushing the tanks in and then jump around and then I'll jump away back to my supports and cycle my abilities back over again and wait for us to have our powers back again and do the same thing over again. Like, I didn't want to have to relearn an entire character for it to just be, okay, well, now he's gonna get his old hammer throw back, or okay, now he's gonna get this back. And I mean, I was right on that. It was just, the character is going to be completely different now too. If I would have learned this Thor to learning this cancelable Thor, these are two completely different characters. These are two completely different characters. Night and day. Anyone can agree there. Now that we have some direction with the character again, gives me more hope to want to grind the game out and showcase that this new Thor, he is strong, he can work out, he can pop off. I don't know if he's meta, but he definitely is strong. And yeah, I'm happy to be able to try him, and I'm happy to be able to learn the new things about him again. It's pretty exciting. I'm glad we got a change. And yeah, I don't want to even put any negativity out there. Any bad juju is what it is. I'm glad we got a change. I'm glad we got something. This change comes out on Thursday, on June 19th. So stay tuned for that, and stay tuned for the streams. There's going to be 2 more streams coming up this week, and then probably Saturday, Sunday, Friday. Just some videos being posted, so stay tuned for those. But Wednesday, Thursday, I got some streams coming on. We're going to be doing an MRI watch party for the GOAT. If you guys were around watching our Black Panther GOAT, our Hella GOAT, Self, he's going to be playing up against Shigagami. Very, very fun game to watch. Self has busted out the Black Panther in a competitive pro player game, so you don't want to miss that crap. It's going to be really, really interesting to see Black Panther being played over any other non-meta character. Gonna be hype. Don't want to miss that. So yeah, come by on Wednesday, come by on Thursday. We'll be playing the new Thor. We'll be watching Self. It's gonna be a really, really good day on Thursday. Come by. And yeah, we'll be grinding Thor out again to 1 above all. Don't want to leave you guys hanging again. Yeah, I'll be back to take back the rank 1 spot, get 1 above all. We're gonna do it again on this new Thor, and I think we're gonna run into a lot of new Thor players. I think it's gonna be pretty crazy to see the amount of Thor players coming out. He might be as common as a Spider-Man.
I don't know. I don't wanna say anything, but you might genuinely be seeing a lot more Thor players just because he's just easier now, just more self-explanatory. And if you haven't already played Thor and you're more of a Hulk player or a Thing player or an Emma player, try him out. He's way more self-explanatory now.